Hello, my friends. It's me, Kae Pea. I'm here in my studio, The Moon and the Maker, home of ArtFoamies, and I'm here for ArtFoamie Fun Friday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's Friday already. I just 2 minutes ago was talking to my husband, Mr. Moon, and I said, it was last week was Thanksgiving, right? It was Black Friday. It seems like it's been, I don't know. It seems like it's been a while, and yet it seems like it was yesterday. How about you? Do you feel the same? Time is so crazy right now. Anyway, hello to all my friends. Welcome to ArtFoamie Fun Friday. Yay! Catherine, Bernadette, Becky, Krabby Abby, Pamela, Ellen, Linda, Sharon, D. Ray, Anita, Zandra, Christina, Maxie Moon is here. Ginger, Roberta. Oh my goodness, we have a great group already. Deb is here. Leslie, Casey, Evelyn, hello. Loretta, Jack, Dana, and friends. Oh my gosh, nice to see you all. Hope it's a little bit warmer wherever you are. Actually, today wasn't as bad. Yesterday was so freezing cold and windy that our internet was not working. I tried to do a live stream at 4 p.m. and it would not do anything. So I'm happy to be able to be here tonight. Christina, hello. Janice is here. Lydia, happy Friday. Oh my gosh. And you know what today is, right? Today is our launch of our new calendar girls. Okay, we're not calling them calendar girls this year. They're called the Faraway Girls for 2025. And it is my collaboration with Megan Quinlan. So for those of you who have been loving the Calendar Girls in 2024, we are super excited to be bringing these to you in 2025. I'm going to show them to you, share them with you, and talk about them. And we are going to have a giveaway for a set. So hang around and we'll play the numbers game. Anyway, oh, hello, Candy. Anna Lee is here, and Mary Lynn Kelly. Nice to have you, as always. So I'm going to turn this camera around, and we're going to look at the new Faraway Girls. Okay, Faraway Girls 2025 is what we're calling them. Again, a little bit different than last year, but I am so excited and honored and happy to be working with Megan again. We just have a wonderful time collaborating together. I'm speaking for myself. I think she has a wonderful time too. But anyway, we do have fun, and it is really such a pleasure to be able to work with somebody who really, like gets me and I get her. We have a really fun friendship, and I love doing this collaboration. So I'm going to turn this camera around, and I'm going to share with you our brand new set. And this is, again, they're going to be released quarterly. So this is our January, February, March quarterly girls. Okay, the Faraway Girls 2025. And I'm going to turn this camera around and introduce them to you. I want to say hello first, though, to Kristen and Orange Spiral, also known as Brianna. Thanks for coming. I'm going to turn this camera around now. Enough of my face. And I want to share with you our new set of Faraway Girls 2025. And here they are. And I am going to share with you, actual samples. I hope that you have had a chance to look at Megan's Instagram and Megan's social media to see all of her beautiful samples. So this is the set of Faraway Girls 2025. We have a girl that I designed, okay? We have a girl that Megan designed. And we each have a motif. Megan has a little doggy. I will be, of course, showing these to you. I know it's harder to see in the black foam. My motif is a little moon and stars. And then we each have a little phrase, okay? So a little bit different than last year. Last year we did the bodies and we did the heads separately so that you could mix and match. Also, many of you noted the girls did not have arms, okay? They were just sort of like, I don't even really know, sort of like just almost like portal bodies. They had the mix and match bodies. I did stamp these out, and let me introduce them to you. I have them just in black and white. Yay, Sue Irvine is here. Pancake and Lulu, nice to have you. Anna Lee, thank you so much. Okay, here they are, stamped out in black. And I just stamped these on black, with black ink on white watercolor paper. And they are a little bit different, if you'll note. Of course, again, the heads are attached, so you get a complete head and body. Okay. And then instead of, so you still get 3 pieces. Remember the last year's girls, you had the body and the head separate and then a little motif. Okay, so that was 3 pieces. Here you're going to still get 3 pieces, the full head and body figure, a word or words. Okay, so it might be one word, it might be a little phrase. Okay, and then you're going to get the little motifs, which is the little piece that goes with, and I'm using air quotes, goes with. Of course, these pieces can be used separately. They can be used together. They can still be mixed and matched, right? If you want to mix and match them, of course, just cut those heads right off and then just mix and match them. I think they will still also work with the 2024 girls. Now, speaking of 2024 girls, okay, we are going to be discontinuing and retiring all the 2024 sets at the end of January, okay? So once again, I'm just going to repeat myself and let you know that all 2024 girls are going to be retired at the end of January. We previously had said they were going to retire at the end of December. However, we are retiring quite a few collections. If you received our newsletter, then you know we have a few collections that are retiring, plus some other random stamps. So we did not want to inundate everybody. Okay. It's a lot already. So we decided to keep the Calendar Girl 2024 collection still available through January. Okay. So if there's any other pieces that you want to get or any that you may have missed, you will still have a chance to get those. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. We love them. We had such fun creating them. And the way that Megan and I design together is really so funny because we will just text each other back and forth until we get it perfect. Like she'll text me and then I'll work on stuff and then I'll text her and then she'll answer me and then we just do everything through text. And then when we're all the way done, we usually have some kind of Instagram, like a little phone, like FaceTime chat where we can show each other stuff and then we send each other pictures. Okay. So it is such a easy and fun collaboration. She is so, just so amazing to work with, so laid back. And and she's so complimentary too. She always, just tells me such nice things. And she says she always loves working with me because she says I'm fast, which I always think is funny because I think I'm slow. But anyway, so again, this is our 2025 Faraway Girl collection. And as you may guess, our theme throughout the year will be girls from other places. Okay, so and other places and times. That we're not going to try to depict anything super specific or, be very what's the word? Appropriatey. But we do want to have fun with it. And one thing I will say too, these are super fun to color and paint. Okay. So I'm going to measure them for you, tell you the sizes, and then we'll do a little makey and we'll have a giveaway and I'll show you my samples. And again, I encourage you to go over and make sure to visit Megan's page or pages on Instagram and wherever else that you follow Megan and see all of her gorgeous samples. And hopefully she'll do some kind of, she's so great. She always does so much, YouTube like flip throughs and other sorts of demos. So make sure that you're following her so you can see all the stuff that she is doing, with them, and her journals. Amazing, right? And again, we will be having some kind of Zoom together in January. Okay, so be watching for Megan and Kae Pea Zoom in January, and I do promise that we will record it this time. All right. So yeah, Rini, welcome. And Rini, I don't think that your stuff has been mailed yet. I just want you to know we were just waiting on your order. Okay. So, mwah. Yeah, I know they do remind me a little bit of that too. It was not purposeful. This is just sort of what came out from going back and forth with design sessions with Megan. So, okay. They are about 7 inches tall. Okay. Mine is a little bit taller, at about almost 7.5. Okay. And they do run about 4 inches wide. So about 7 by 4, at the widest point. Okay. And her little dog, this is Megan's dog motif. And it goes about 3 by 2. This little star and moon scatter I did design to actually fit right in her dress here. Okay. And I'll go ahead and I'll do that for you. I'm hoping my ink foamy is inked. I don't know if it is. Good enough, right? So it fits right inside there if you want to fill that in. If not, I wanted to leave it open. Because maybe you want to use it up here, I wanted to leave her dress open so that you could write anything or stamp or stencil or whatever that you want inside. Okay. So there's that. So that's my little motif. And then these are our words. So mine says once upon a time from a land far away. And those run about 2.5 inches by about 3/4. Okay. So again, you can see them stamped in black and white. Woohoo. And now I'm going to share with you my samples. I had such fun working in my journal. And I did use some collage soup book. Let's see. I don't even remember. I do think this is from my own the house that Kae built book, if I am not mistaken. Although I will tell you that 2 of my friends have had collage soup books come out lately. One is called London Calling, and the other one is oh gosh, let me see if I have it here. I want to show these off anyway. Oh yes. So I'm sure you could also find some fantastic imagery in Her Majesty. And this is with Patty Euler from the Queen's Ink as a guest contributor and a friend of mine. It is beautiful. I haven't even really dug into it yet. I mean, I've looked through it and flipped through it and admired it, but I have not yet used the pages. So I'm super excited about this. And also London Calling. I know that many of these images will go so gorgeous with these new girls. Okay. And then the little castles are from my collage soup book, The House That Kae Built. Okay. So super fun. And of course, collage. Also want you to note that this book is an ArtFoamie and it comes in 2 sizes. It is a favorite of mine and it goes so great with these girls too. So I had such a fun time curating this page and putting it all together. It has lots of layers, and as you can see, my girls are painted with watercolor paper, or with watercolor, I mean. And this also is an ArtFoamie. And then it just says, which I love this saying, keep every stone they throw at you. You've got castles to build. Anyway, and this moon is from the Moon in the Maker set. And I think it just came together so beautifully. And so for those of you who love journaling, make sure that you are following me and Megan and that you come to our Zooms, okay? So that's that. And then I also have a little makey to share here with you that I thought you would enjoy. For those of you who have not done this, it is reverse painting. So yes, poetry sets are great with them too. Of course, we use poetry sets all the time in our, in our journals because they go perfectly. Linda says, are you able to make the same girls at half the size? No, we really are not, because of the detail. For one, once you start going much smaller, they just do not stamp the same or work the same. And keeping in mind too that their faces are still pretty small. So if we go half the size, it is going to be like probably less than the size of my thumbnail, right? So that's just way too small. If you don't like the size for some reason, keep in mind that you can use them in a much smaller format just by cutting them down, or of course disassembling them, cutting them apart. And also you can also make copies. So when you make your doll, you stamp and color and do whatever, you can color copy your stuff and shrink it down to suit what you need, right? So these are available, Patty. They're available now on the website. And they are, so the books, Annalie, the books are at collagesoup.com. So you can find so many, including my book that I collaborated with Emily. Emily Stone is the Collage Soup art, the artist that started Collage Soup. And she has a lot of collaborations with a lot of different artists. And so mine is called The House That Kae Built, with lots of doors and windows and houses. And that was kind of my theme. And then my friends also have London Calling, and this is a collaboration with Bliss Angel Studio, Wendy Aspinall, and also Her Majesty, and many, many, many more titles. Okay, super fun. All right, so here, how many of you have used or have, maybe you have it but you haven't used it, and that is Duralar. And this Duralar is wet media. Okay, so you can use all sorts of wet media on these sheets. Okay, you can paint right on here. You can even use watercolor. You can use acrylic. Again, markers. So I love Duralar, and many of you that have followed me. Oh, Patty says, I don't see them on the website. Are you looking, Patty, are you looking? Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm not sure where you're looking. So maybe it's not under new. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm sure Maxie Moon or somebody will share the link with you. I know for sure they're there because we already have had quite a few orders throughout the day. Anyway, which I thank you all for. I'm always so, of course, happy and surprised and just over the moon that you love our stuff and that you love ArtFoamies as much as I do. Let's see. Oh, okay. So thank you. Thank you so much, Bernadette. Yeah, for some reason, maybe they didn't get put under new. Sorry about that. All right. So Duralar, again, is a clear archival polyester film. And it says right on here, it is treated on both sides to accept water-based mediums, markers, and inks. So you can stamp on this, you can paint on it, and you can just have a lot of fun. Okay, so I also want to let you know that I do have some of this, not a lot, but I have a few packages of this at artfoamies.com if you look under art supplies on our website. Okay, so it's a pack of 12 9 by 12 inches, and this is the wet media film. For what I'm doing, you do want the wet media. Okay, all right, so here I have them stamped, and I will tell you, I just stamped it directly on the Duralar. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. When you open it, you'll see that it has the film, okay, and it has a little piece of tissue paper, and that is so that you can see what you're doing, right? So I will tear both of these out together, and I'll keep that tissue, and you can see it's wrinkled there. All right, I'll keep that tissue underneath so I can see what I'm doing, okay? And I am going to stamp in black gesso, and the reason I am stamping in black gesso, okay, is because I like the opacity of it. It's nice and dark. It's a little bit thicker. And I will get a really nice dark black line. Also, it will dry a little bit differently, like it dries a little bit more matte. I can use ink on this, but I don't want to because of, I don't want ink to be beating up on this right now. Okay. So yeah, sorry. I guess, they're not under new calendar girls. Okay. Well, we'll make sure that that gets changed, but I am just going to squeeze some gesso out here on my desk, okay, just so I can have a little bit there. And I am going to use a scrap buddy to apply my gesso to my ArtFoamie, okay? And here I'm using Megan's Girl. And when I do this, I load up my gesso on my scrap buddy, okay, so that I have a nice coverage, but I don't want it super thick, and I'm not smashing it down, okay? I don't want a lot or any of my gesso to get down into my recessed areas if I can avoid it, okay? I only want the gesso to hit all of the raised up areas, of course, as much as possible. You know, sometimes it happens and it's okay. We're going to end up cutting this out anyway, but I do want all my raised up areas to get gesso on them. All right, and I'm just going to stamp it here. Nice firm pressure. I'm not going to slide around, okay? I want to just give nice, firm, even pressure all the way down. Usually I have a little rule of thumb for myself. I will usually hold it around 20 seconds, okay? I kind of have a little formula. I don't know. That's just me. Ta-da! All right, if there's any little areas that did not stamp very well, and one thing I'm going to remind you of, if you are using gesso or acrylic, you want to clean your ArtFoamie pretty much right away so that your gesso or your acrylic paint does not dry, crusty, and hard on your ArtFoamie. To do that, I usually take a baby wipe and or a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a spray bottle. Oh, it doesn't say alcohol anymore. Used to say alcohol in there. And I give it a little spritz, and then I'll wipe it down. Okay, and that way it keeps any gesso or acrylic paint from drying and hardening on my ArtFoamie. All right, so then I can take my acrylic paint marker, and one thing I really like is that it kind of matches the opacity of the black gesso, and I will be able to get, you know, the same line quality and do any touch-ups with my black paint marker. Okay, so I do want that to be dry before I begin working on it. So I'm going to set that aside, and again, I just keep my white tissue there so that you can see what you're doing when I go to paint or color. And so we call this reverse painting because now it's stamped on this side, right? And you can tell, you can feel that on there, okay? And we're going to, of course, let it dry. And then, let me get another piece of paper here. All right, and so we're going to turn it over and we're going to reverse paint it. So here is my stamping, okay? I'm going to turn it over. And the great thing is that you can begin to paint in, and I'm using my acrylic paints, okay? And what I am using, I'm just going to show you, is my So Flat acrylic. And the reason I'm using my So Flat, I do realize that this is, you know, So Flat is a golden acrylic product, or golden acrylic paint. It is not an inexpensive paint. Okay. It's not craft paint. It is artist quality paint, but I love the consistency. I do think of my crafts as art. So I like to use my good quality products. And I find that I love the consistency of this. I love the size of the bottles. I love the coverage. So this is what I'm going to use. And here I do have just a little bit of a mixture of burnt sienna and white that I turned into sort of a little universal sort of flesh tone. So again, remember that I turned this over. Okay, this is the front where I stamped. I'm turning it over now, and I am going to paint her face. Okay, so first I have a little bit of my flesh tone here, and I'm going to put a little tiny bit of quinacridone magenta, and I'm going to mix that there. And yes, excuse me, I do use my table as a palette sometimes, for small little works. Anyway, I'm going ahead and I'm going to paint a little bit of her cheek color on there. Okay. And I'm also going to paint a little bit of white. I'm going to take some white gesso here. And I'm going to put a little dot of white on each side of her eye. All right, and I'm going to let that dry. And I don't know if, you know what, let me zoom in a little bit and see if you can see this better. Okay, and then I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going back into my sort of skin tone, okay? And I'm going to just start painting. And remember, I call this reverse painting, or I don't call, oh, that's what it is. I didn't make it up. And I'm painting on the back side, and I'm painting in her hands right here with the little flesh tone, okay? And then I'm hoping this is dry up here. Yeah, that's dry, okay? So now I'm going to take some more of that color, skin tone, and I'm just going to paint over everything. And the fun thing about this, and I will tell you, it is so nice because I don't have to worry about all those little details. If I paint over that, it is completely fine because see, when I flip it back over, ta-da! Oh no, you can't see the little white parts, but you can see your cheeks. I should have put white. I guess I'm going to have to put white on the other side. But anyway, you could see that. And then I'm going to go ahead and you can do other fun things like, okay, first I'm going to take, and I'm taking my darker gray. Okay, and I'm just going to put some little sort of marks in the darker gray in her hair like that. Now we'll go ahead and do it on her, around her collar too. Let's see here. Oh, got this green. I'm going to match the green. So let's go ahead and we'll put, let's put, I guess we'll just do some more sort of polka dots just to make it easy. So just so you can see what I'm doing here. Of course, you can spend time doing more patterning or whatever, okay? I'm going to go ahead and fill in some more of this. I might not paint the whole thing in for you right here, but you'll get the idea. So, of course, you can just paint your little details or, you know, other little elements, okay? And then, so that was with the darker sort of olive green. Let's go ahead. Well, first, her hair should be dry now. As long as this is dry, I'm going to go over it with a lighter gray. Oh, Joan says, what size is your journal? So this journal right here, Joan, I make these and we do them pretty much almost every day in my Patreon. I make these out of just large sheets of paper, and they are about 9 by 9, or like, yeah, 9 by 9. And I've been doing them like for the past 6 months, so I have I have them all like this. You can see. All right. So anyway, and then I just recently decided to start doing my calendar girl stuff in there too, because I was like, you know, I do want to have some calendar girl things in my journal because it is such a part of, you know, of my creative life. You know, the calendar girls are a big part of what I do. So I just recently started putting them in my bigger journal. All right, so there you can see I painted the darker gray sort of splotches, right? And then I went over it with a light gray. And there you can see what it looks like there. And of course, if you don't like that, okay, you can squish it, like wipe it off and start over. So it's pretty fun and user friendly. And then the great thing about these are that you can attach them to other things. So if you already have, so here's my piece sort of done, or one of my pieces done. And there's the back, okay? And of course, if you want it, you could draw or paint a face on there if you want. I think it looks kind of cool like this even, right? So then you can just turn this over. I would cut her out at least somewhat. You know, you could just trim her sort of close. You don't have to trim it right up to the outline, or, you know, if you want to, you can, but it kind of isn't going to show anyway, right? So you don't have to fussy cut it. You can be really sort of willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. So, you know, and again, those of you who have followed me and come to some of the Zooms with Megan, then you know I've been using this Duralar stuff for all sorts of, you know, applications, including making the little pockets on my big journal pages. Sometimes I make those pockets so that I can hold stuff in there. But look how cute that looks. And if, say that you don't want to fill it all the way in, right? Maybe you don't want to paint it all opaque like that. The fun thing is you can kind of leave it and have things showing through. That is the, like, look at that. That, I think, is just looks so cute, even just as it is, right? Maybe paint in that sun. Let's just paint in that sun a little bit. We'll get a nice, fun yellow. Maybe that's a little too bright. I don't know. We'll use this Cad Primrose yellow. And of course, you know, you can do gradients, and you can do, put a little yellow in this tree here. You could do, you know, you can definitely still you know, work your colors if you want deeper values and such, you know. Let me pull this green back out again, and just, I'll put a little white. And maybe fill over the top of her arms, just so you can see again the contrast, and that I don't have to be careful. That's the other thing that I love about this technique, is that the reverse painting, when you do it that way, it's keeping all that detail for you, but you don't really have to be careful, you know. Let's go ahead and paint this pooch, and you know, we need a pink one, so I'm just going to get my pink, and we're just going to smush it. Oops, yeah, smush it all over there, right? You don't even have to be careful at all. You can just smush that right on. Super fun. And again, really effective. And, you know, like if you even go outside of the lines, you can wipe it away, but also it doesn't matter because, again, probably going to be cut out, right? So let me, just because I feel like, let's just paint these tree trunks pink. All right, and of course you do want that to dry, but this stuff dries pretty fast, so. And then shame on me for my messy, using my table as a palette, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, you just got to do what you got to do. Nothing that a baby wipe and a little alcohol won't remedy. So you can look at that, right? And now let's turn this over and look at these little guys. I am gonna blow dry just for a quick second. And this is on cool. You don't want to blow dry on hot. Okay, it'll warp it. But there you have it. So fun, so effective, super fast, and of course, you know, I could keep painting those little areas in whatever I would want covered, and then again, if you are using, say you're using the collage pages, right? So look at this. Just find some cool pages that you would want to show through, and look at that, right? You could have so many things just popping right through. You could even just attach a little piece of whatever that you want. Right, here's one. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so cute. So anyway, that is my ArtFoamie fun for you tonight, and I hope that you do love and enjoy that technique. I think it's so useful, so handy, and again, a lot of fun for, you know, being, I don't know, just sort of fast but yet really effective. Again, that is the Duralar wet media film. And I do have some at artfoamies.com if you want to grab yourself a pad or, of course, wherever you buy your art supplies. Okay? So let's see if we have any questions or thoughts. Yes, thank you so much. Right? Super cool. We're going to do, excuse me, we're going to do the numbers game for those of you who are used to joining me every week. We play this little game where you can win whatever I'm giving away for that particular ArtFoamie Fun Friday. Tonight we are going to give away a full set of the new Megan Quinlan and Kae Pea Faraway Girls. If you already purchased, then we will, you know, refund you back. Like if you already purchased the set, we will refund you back or let you choose something of the same value. Okay. So this is how it works. Right now it is 4:40. I'm going to give you until 4:43. You're going to guess a number between 1 and 100. The person who is first without going over, that comes closest or gets the number, will win the prize. If you're going to put your number down here, right? Starting now. And I'm going to call out your name and number. Please, only one number per person. If you guess the same number as somebody else, it's okay. It's going to be the first person I call out. And I do say your name and number so you know that I saw you. If for some reason I do not call your name and number, please put your same number down again. All right, here we go. Kathy Whitney, 49. Evelyn, 22. Christine Schiaffo, hope I'm saying it right, 11. Krabby Abby, 21. Mystic Images, 37. Becky, 25. Catherine, 54. Pancake and Lulu, 18. Sue Irvine, 55. Ellen Bush, 14. Ginger, 66. Loretta, 53. Debbie Kahn, 6. Pam Shales, 55. Lisa, 2. Lydia Leonard, 12. Megan, 14. Jim Smith, 9. Janice Sigmund, 26. Leslie Casey, 72. Sharon Eberlin, 8. Anna Lee, 33. Linda Weber, 62. Orange Spiral, 16. Patty's Vintage Shop, 82. Candy Smith, 45. Jim Smith, welcome. Nice to see your lovely face here. And I did get your number, 9. Christina, 23. D. Ray, 13. Roberta, 29. Thafmato, 65. In between what? 1 and 100. I'm not sure. 17. Marilyn Kelly. Linda. Thank you, Linda. Yes, 1 in 100. Did I not say 100? 1 in 1 million. No, I'm just kidding. Between 1 and 100. Nancy Gray, 23. Jim Smith, 9. Arini Van Duzen, 36. Bernadette, 50. Puffer, 10. Nancy Gray, it's okay, but Nancy, I'll call you at 32. Just D is 21. You have 1 more minute, and then I will reveal the number. Puffer, did I say 10? Oh, let's see. Rini, 36. Bernadette, 50. Puffer, 10. Nancy Gray, 32. Just D, 21. Anybody else? Thafmatos, 65. Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I do interrupt myself a lot. All right, no more numbers. It is 4:43, and we do have a winner. Not the closest in the world, but I will tell you. Let me go through them again just to make sure. I don't want to make any mistakes. We have a winner, and that is my friend Patty at Patty's Vintage Shop at 82. The number was 88. So Patty's Vintage Shop, you win a set of the new Faraway Girls. And I'm so excited because I don't think you got them because you couldn't find them. So there you have it. Patty Hodder from Patty's Vintage Shop. I thank you all, as always, for being here. Patty Hodder. Yay, congratulations. And we will get those out to you ASAP. All right, I'm going to turn this camera around. I want to say thank you all to my friends for being here and joining me for another exciting edition of ArtFoamie Fun Friday. I hope I will see you next Friday. I can't think of what's happening yet already. I'm already confused, but please come back next week because we'll be here again. And I hope that you love the new Faraway Girls as much as we do, as much as I do. I want to again thank Megan Quinlan so much for her collaboration and friendship, and I hope that you all go over there and tell Megan that you saw them and love them, and give her a lot of kudos and give her a big hug from me too. All right. Thanks again. I will see you soon. And you know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey. I love you to the moon and back, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.